they really dug it. They really dug the idea of being a superhero, and they were really trying to live that and get that across. And a lot of them are doing a pretty good job of it. But so you have to come up with like really just small little meaningless things to kick people out. So I mean that's just like yeah. So whoever is auditioning this year, that's the thing. They really got to be on their toes, for everything they do, because any little thing, and it's even to the point like where you have to look out for your buddies or the people you say, oh yeah, these are my reference material, because the people who you reference say, oh yeah, these are my friends. They interview them and it's like, well, give us some dirt on them, and it's like, well, so they're like, oh yeah, this funny little thing. Well, it kicks people out for that, It's like this ridiculous little things, like man. But really, I would like to go on because I think it'd be fun. It'll be a job. It'll be something I can just do for a few days, and it would give me a little notoriety. And when I write my books later on in life, people will remember the name Sky. Hey. But I think I could really do well on the show and really bring attention, or really play up to what the producers want, and that is because it's all about interaction with people. So I'm feeling pretty good at interacting with people, talking to them, listening to them, getting them to talk and open up about stuff. Just like impromptu interviews with people left and right, and just get to the point, I just bug in the camera and hey, just follow me around. Just follow me around. I'll go talk to people, and I'll be bugging the producers too. I'll be like, look, well, who do you not have enough of? They're like, all right, I'll go talk to him, and which, I have to remember to sell that to the guys at the edition as well. So anyway, but it's over in Phoenix, and it's at this mall. I know this guy online from the message boards at G4 who lives an hour away, of all things, but he lives in the area of Phoenix as well. And I told him, hey man, let's just get together and let's do some stuff, because we've been talking about it for a while. I'm also thinking that I'm going to try to get there early, just get whatever is done out of the way, and then I'm just going to go through the line of people and interview him, talk to him, he with his camera, and then put something together for YouTube. And I may even just submit it to G4 and say, hey, here you guys go. But I even asked them, or I talked about in the forums, or did I? Probably didn't, but so I had this idea, well, look, I can go and, and it's not so much represent you guys, but, oh wait, I did email them. I said, look, I can either represent you guys or I don't have to, if that's the case. Some guy was saying, what's your issue, man? Or are you that stupid? And I was like, man, I don't think myself as stupid. I just think that I have to think about my parents, I have to think about myself, and I got to think about my happiness. And I really, it's like, I got to balance these three things, man. And if I can get something that pays the bills that would in some way help me in taking care of my parents and really just looking after them, because I'm kind of it's getting to that point where I feel I have to do that, I know I'm going to have to do that. I want to be happy in what I'm doing, if possible. Keep me working, keep me poor, keep my parents bugging me, but keep me happy. I don't mind. So, that's about the truth of it. Just balancing those three things, and who knows? Maybe if after a year of continuously coming up with stuff, and just showing that, look, I'm always producing. I can always come up with ideas. Even after my initial, just running out, my initial flood of ideas, which I had, I'm still coming up with stuff. I'm still, thinking about stuff and, stories and this and that. Maybe then they'll be like, well, it's not so much for taking pity, but realize, no, this guy's got talent. This guy knows, more or less knows what he's doing. He just needs a little training. So, But then again, it's that same wall of, well, they got people lined up. They know who they want to work there. And the other thing is interns. Interns are working there for, they work for free. But, smart interns, they get to the point where they make themselves integral. They learn some skills and just really get to the point the show basically runs because of them. And then they get done with college and, the management is like, oh, man, all right, well, I guess we have to hire you now, because otherwise we can't run the show. So, smart interns, I think, would do that. Sure, you take a real hit on the money, but if you can prove yourself invaluable, and I guess in a weird way, that's kind of what I'm tempted to do, is that by showing I can come up with ideas and well thought out ideas, and just keep coming up with them, that should just win people over and make them realize, well, this guy's really got some talent. But I got like a year deadline before my security clearance runs out, so I just got to scramble for a job now. And I think that's the other depressing aspect, is that I got to leave behind the bachelor lifestyle and really knuckle down and change my frame of thinking and focus on getting a job and my career. What's my future? Which which can be kind of depressing in your life, because you're like, God, I'm leaving this. I'm moving on to something else. Is it worth it? Is it going to work out? So. I'm thinking that when I get to Phoenix, Nate and myself will get together. We'll do our thing. We'll talk. We'll have fun, and maybe do some skits. And out of that, who knows? We might do some stuff that people will find interesting, laugh at, and find funny. And the thing that's kind of irking me is that I come in, people are a little annoyed at me, and then they realize, Scott, you're doing a good job, because you actually are creating an environment that the hosts of the show like coming into, because it's ordered, because basically there's all these fans who want, personal interaction, and it's still happening. We're like, all these people are just starting individual threads because they want one-on-one interaction. They want to use the personalities in some way, and either through insult or through compliment. And it's amazing how some of them are so transparent, and they do one thing or the other. I'm just, I don't know, doing a little bit of the policing, but it's more like, look, I'm just trying to influence, cause influence, which is, one of the forms of leadership, influence. So, but I don't know, it's just, all these negative Nancy's or people who are just kind of, it's kind of rough, they're pretty mean, and just give me a hard time about everything. So they keep, knocking me down, and I'm, struggling, kind of struggling, but it's just kind of mean. It's kind of hard. It's like, God, I'm doing stuff for you guys, for your entertainment, but also for the show's entertainment or show's value. I'm trying to help everybody out. I want everybody to, people have energy. They want to release it. They want to do something with it. Channel it for good. Do that. And people, some people are like, oh, you just want attention. It's like, well, yeah, what am I attention? Yeah, but at the same time, me, I'm trying to entertain. I'm also trying to be a good writer. So I don't want to be one of those writers that is so pretentious or just so lame or boring or whatever that you don't want to you don't want to read it. It's like, who cares? So that's my fear. Pretty sure that's a lot of writers' fears. But one guy challenged me, and that's because I was getting a little upset, and I said, guys, I consider myself an artist. I'm creating things a lot. And,